How you doing? My name is Manny Rolon. I was married to my beautiful wife, Danielle Rolon, and Steps Together came in to help us out. A little bit before she went into remission was when we kind of got in contact with you guys, and you guys were incredibly helpful, and we were, in a way, allowed to sort of live a life. There wasn't so much weight on us throughout the process. There was a lot of folks that jumped in and really just their concern was that we as a family got to live however long that was. I would have never asked for help. I'm pretty much, I've always been like a head down, hard work kind of guy. And whatever the circumstance is, I'll tackle it, head on. And so, again, having an advocate for us was pretty helpful. I mean, Nicole didn't ask me anything, didn't ask Danielle anything. She just did, and she communicated with you guys, and you guys just did. And we would look up, again, it would be like, oh man, like, bring us to our knees in thanks and appreciation. We never felt alone. Like, I have spoken to people who have gone through similar things that feel incredibly alone. I couldn't understand that. It just wasn't my experience. Even though it was a unique experience for us, I know Danielle and I spoke about it a lot, and we just always felt like, man, we had an army behind us. And the original diagnosis, they were like, you're good. And every time that we had more conversations, they kept saying, they kept letting us know it was worse, it was worse. And so she did a long course of treatments and stuff like that and got some good scans. They continued to suggest more treatments. And we had an opportunity through some of the people that we had met in the hair industry. Danielle was a hairdresser, I was a hairdresser. We had done a lot of travel, so we knew people kind of all around the world, and we got an offer to try a trial. It was basically like a dialysis, but the cost was crazy expensive. They let us know right from the first conversation. It's like only millionaires are doing this kind of thing, and you don't want to get to the end and say, I wish we tried this. And we had to figure it out. I was like, I'll sell everything. We can sell the house. I don't care. I'll live in a cardboard box. I'm fine as long as I'm with my family. But we did get incredible support, and all the help that we got, allowed us to try these different trials. I mean, just to be going to Antigua, taking time off, which I was in no position to take time off, but to go try and do this for my wife and hope that she could, maybe this would be the thing, the silver bullet, and then to be able to do it comfortably and to be able to enjoy time with my kids, that was awesome because my kids were happy. We were able to be happy. We got there, and the doctor's mother had an emergency procedure, so he couldn't be there for the first 2 days. So that gave us 2 days to enjoy as a family. Then she had a week's worth of treatment, and then once the treatment was done, she was able to enjoy like another day or two. And it was just, I mean, I have memories. My kids want to go back to Antigua. We had promised the kids that when they turned 10, each one of them could choose a family vacation. So now my eldest was torn. She was like, I either want to do Hawaii or Antigua. There's like this beautiful memory around it. And for me too. Our faith grew tenfold. I mean, the harder things got, the deeper we got into our faith, and it wasn't like a begging and a pleading. It was more like giving thanks, gratitude, asking God for His will, and we were in hopes that His will and our will were in alignment, but we didn't want what wasn't for us, and I mean, it wasn't what was for us, for her to be here. So yeah, I've come to terms with it, and as the day approached and she started to understand what was happening too, she came to terms with it, and she kept asking me, do I think she's gonna die? I'm like, with certainty you will. With certainty I will too, but I don't know if it's because of cancer, and I can't tell you what time it is, what time it will happen. And I'm like, and I don't believe that any doctor would be able to tell you that either. Like, I think that the most important thing to remember is, while you got air in your lungs and you got a beat in your chest, live to the fullest. And You know, there were times that she would be praying, we would be praying together, and she'd give thanks for the pain that she was going through, because it was a reminder of being alive, you know? And that, you know, when your prayers change from, please let me stay alive, to thank you for the pain, you just start to have like an incredible amount of gratitude for everything and every moment. And I still feel that way, you know, as difficult as things get. I still feel incredibly blessed. I haven't lost. I'm sad because I miss my wife, but I'm excited to see, you know, what other plans the Lord has for us. You know, I know that we don't get left behind.